Transparency is real this morning. This is take 3. Good morning and welcome to Morning Thoughts with Mama D. It is Friday and we have made it to the weekend, and I hope you guys had usually I would say an amazing week, but I hope you guys had a good week. I hope this week was bearable and you made it through. The reason why I say that is the topic today is my famous topic on wellness. I think it's important to me as a nurturer, as a teacher, as I have a degree in counseling, and as a minister, that you're well, and that I address the fact that there are people these days that are not doing well. I say that to say, before this season in all of our lives, you used to ask people a question, how are you? And you would say, great, I'm highly favored, blessed. You would immediately say those answers. Now, when someone asks you, you'd be like, well, I'm making it, I'm pushing it, I'm good. And I think it's just the season has changed. But with those statements and with that question, my question goes, what's my question? How are you guys doing? Like, for real, how you really doing? You know how we say how you really feel? How are you doing? Like, do you find it hard to get motivated? Do you find it hard that you don't have the joy that you used to have to do things? And I was going to say to go places. Just the simple fact that you can't go as many places as you used to go, it wears thin on people. It wears and tears on your understanding of normalcy. I hear a lot of people saying I'm stressed and I'm anxious and I'm not going to discredit or devalidate, is that a word? Your emotions or your feelings. But do you know where that is coming from? Do you know where that is stemming from? Do you know what happened before you got this emotion or this feeling? Because my question is, if you change that, would that stress or would that anxiety or would that fear have arose? There's some things that we hold on to, or some things we say, we got it in control, and we don't got it in control, if that made any sense. I do have an education and I am articulate, but just for the sake of, this is just real talk. This is not someone trying to be professional and give you some therapeutic reasons and resources of things. This is just me, my thoughts, something coming to my mind, something I wanted to just address, deal with. That's all this is. We having a conversation. Although you guys never comment back, but we're having a conversation. One way. Anyways, do you have people in your life where you could just decompress? Like everyone, moms, dads, single people, working people, whether you are a CEO, whether you are in the cleaning profession, especially if you're a teacher, you need to decompress. Ongoing, weekly. Some people may need it daily, but at least weekly. You need to do those things that you find joy, that you find happiness, and that person who you can trust, where you could just throw up on and, just tell them all the stuff that you're going through and what you're dealing with, and just go and just let it go. And not necessarily for them to fix or to solve your problem. And that's our other mistake. We tend, not always, I do not like using that word, because always means there's no alternative on the other side. We tend to want to go to someone to fix our problems. Even those of us who seek out counseling and coaching and therapy, we want somebody to fix us. And no one can, in my opinion, fix you. It takes you to, let me go back. Not to say someone could help walk you through the steps and stages to get to the authentic, genuine healing of you. But to put that weight and transfer that responsibility to someone, that every single time I go through something, every single time I have a weight, I have to run to this person, and this person is supposed to help me and to heal me and to get me. That's what I mean. Do you have tools? Do you have means in place so that you are able to acknowledge something's not right? Whether it is you're off balance, whether you just didn't process what somebody said, and now you're processing it, and now you're just totally through and having to walk through that. It could just be as simple as that. It could be simple as a conversation just shot you over the, that was just the last thing that you had to hear that day, and it just took you over. Not for somebody to solve it for you, but somebody to walk you through it, somebody to engage with, somebody, and not to use that person as a crutch. Use that, not person, but, or means of resource as a crutch. Again, there are some of us, again, we get stressed and we get anxious, and girl, or man or boy, I don't like calling people boy. We run to cookies, and we run to ice cream, and we run through, we have therapeutic food, and we run to those things, and we tend to run to those things when certain things happen. That's what I mean. Don't place somebody in your life, whether it, of a profession, that you, every time something happens, you run to that person, because then that enables you, then they become an enabler, and you don't really solve the problem. You don't really work through the problem. But I do say, acknowledge the problem. There's some of us, my point of today's thought is, there's some of us that don't even acknowledge that we have a problem. We're always, I'm good, I'm straight, I got this. But do you really got this? Don't let something build and build and build in your life, in your circle, then till where it's ready to just explode on its own. It doesn't even need you to explode. It's just ready. You push a button, it's gone. We tend to do that. And so be mindful of what's around you. Be mindful of what you tolerate and what you won't tolerate. Be mindful of what you bring to the table. Be mindful of what you allow at your table. And acknowledge your feelings, because your feelings have value. Your feelings have truth. And learn how to articulate that in a professional and a respectful manner. You can say how you feel. You don't have to be fearful. I'm angry, I'm frustrated, I'm mad, I'm disappointed, I'm confused, I'm fearful. All of those, if we address all of those words that I just named before they get to the explosive part, I think we'd be able to manage our days, our times in real time, as opposed to explosive time or thereafter. So real talk, real life. Have a great weekend. Decompress this weekend. Get with family, get with friends. And I'm not saying like go congregate together, your normalcy in your house. Don't think that Mama D saying I could go out and I could, no. And when I say that might be FaceTime, that might be house party, that might be another means where you can still connect with those around you and your friends and your family, and connect and just have a distance party, and let those emotions and feelings and conversations happen. Real talk, real life.